When you're visiting a new town, you probably know the top spots to see. But if you're like me, you probably get there and find out all kinds of new things that just can't fit into your itinerary. Or worse, you get home and then you find out about them. So in this video, we'll share 5 of our favorite experiences and ones that our fans rave about, so you don't miss out on some of the top memory-making things to do while you're in Paris. Allez, on y va.
The first experience I would recommend that you try is to discover Paris in a vintage deux chevaux Citroen. When you're going through the winding cobblestone streets and stunning architecture in a neighborhood like Montmartre, it's like being in a time machine. And by the way, if you're celebrating something special, you can hire the vintage car to include champagne and macarons. Stop by the Eiffel Tower. If you do that at night, this would be an amazing experience. Now you can book a vintage Citroen for 1 hour, 2 hour, or 3 hour, and pricing will start at 130 euros. And your driver is also a guide with tons of knowledge about the city. Now take a look at a recent vintage tour of Montmartre that Colin and I did just last week.
Bonjour.
Hi.
Ça va?
Ça va?
Let's go.
Woo-hoo! It's Montmartre time.
It is.
You know, we've done this at night, but not during the day, and I'm excited to see everything. So we're here in early June, and it's morning, which is why it's not crowded here, but by lunchtime, this place will be packed.
Yeah, look at that. This is Place du Terre. Wow.
You can already see the street painters here.
Yeah. They're making themselves.
The artists are coming out.
Yes.
That's right.
So pro tip, if you're booking a Montmartre tour on a deux chevaux, book it in the morning, because otherwise you're going to be sitting in the car wishing you could get through all the people walking in the streets.
Yeah. Look at that, look at that, look at that.
And that's the famous.
Are we going down that road?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
The next experience item is a perfume workshop. And when a friend came to visit and suggested that we do the workshop, I thought it was a little bit crazy. I was on the fence, but I decided to go, and boy, am I glad I did. Not only was it interesting and entertaining, but during the 2-hour class, I made my very own bottle of perfume with flavors that I like and scents that stirred up old memories. I even got to name it and keep the recipe stored so I can buy more when this bottle runs out. Now that's a memory I can relive every day. The class takes about 2 hours and costs 79 euros per person, a little more if you want to buy the big bottle, but let me show you what you can expect on your perfume workshop.
So what did you pick, Colleen?
It's a secret.
It's a secret?
Not this one,
Not this one. Oh. Well, it's not a secret anymore.
not this one. This one can be good. Wait a minute.
Closer. I still.
Not this one. So I've eliminated a whole bunch. So I like these two together.
Oh,
Do you
I
like it?
that.
Well, thank God you like it. It would be bad if you didn't.
5 and 5.
There you go.
So you have your 3 bottles,
Those are mine.
right? And then you're gonna mix them in this,
I'm going to measure them in this little beaker here.
all right?
I'm
Oh,
gonna
so
open
in
this
those you have all the bottles.
And you see here, I have the pink labels are over here. And the woody fragrances there, and the fresh fragrances here.
Okay, so the
fruity
color.
ones there. Yeah, and then
Right.
the spices over here.
Oh, okay, got it. So
A little
that's
bit of everybody.
3. So it starts there, and then you have the pink flavor, then you have the yellow flavor,
And the brown.
and then you have that, which coincides with those.
Yeah.
The same color here
Yeah.
goes here.
Yeah.
Finding the right tour guide or vendor for your trip to Paris can be a little bit difficult. And we get it because we have booked some experiences on our own that didn't look quite like what the website promised. So we've curated some of the best tour guides and fun activities you can book directly on our website. We have options for the best tour guides to visit Le Louvre, Versailles, some day trips from Paris, photographers, and of course, vintage car tours. I put a link in the description. Just check it out and see if it's a good fit for you.
For many people coming to Paris, This is a once-in-a-lifetime dream trip. And whether you're here to celebrate a big birthday, an anniversary, your honeymoon, or even if you're traveling solo, capturing it on camera is a great idea, especially if the person taking the pictures is a professional who knows the city inside and out. Now, there are many to choose from, and they have different styles and work best with different kinds of clients like romantic couples, singles, or families, but we spent 90 minutes each with a couple of highly rated and recommended photographers, and we love them both. The pricing for a professional photographer in Paris will start around 180 euros for 1 hour, and let's show you what it looks like to work with some pros.
Now that you have bike lanes all over the city, discovering the City of Light on a bicycle is an amazing experience. You can do it on your own and rent a bike on the fly at one of the hundreds of bike stations around the city, or you can do what we did, which is to hire a private tour guide and do a cultural and food and bicycle tour in Paris. We started out by the Eiffel Tower and rode along the Seine past many iconic spots, but we also made a bunch of food stops as well.
You open it.
This tour is like spending a day in the life of a local, and it's a great way to get the lay of the land when you arrive. The cultural bike and food tasting tour costs 179 euro per person and will take about 3 to 4 hours. Now here is what it's like to be on the bike tour with a guide in Paris.
We're just gonna ride along the Champs-Élysées on our bicycles. Stay with her. And that right there is why you take the metro instead of a taxi.
That's exactly right. And this is taxi, 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 taxi. Oh, one car. It's probably an Uber.
After we rode the bikes around and made some phenomenal stops, got some history and just, some beautiful stories about Paris, we got off the bikes and we wandered through the Marais to pick up amazing food to sit here at Place des Vosges and have an amazing picnic. So this, I can't wait to try this. We got some excellent bread, some excellent wine, some fabulous cheese, and we're just gonna sit here on the grass with the fountains and all of the luxury of Place des Vosges around us.
Yeah.
Santé?
Santé.
Look in the eyes.
Yeah. A little piece of Comté. A little bit of cheese. Now this is the best way, first of all, to do a bike tour. And you know what? I have the little bit of wind and the fountain is bringing a little bit of a mist and it's kind of warm today. It's perfect. So to finish our bike tour, we're going to do a game of pétanque. So you got to know first that this is how you exercise with it. So you have to really you have to let loose, right? Let your hand go and then let the ball do its thing. Ah! This is the wind.
And the angle of the ground.
I'm sensing I'm going to get my ass kicked. Ah, no!
Is it my turn?
Ah?
Is it my turn?
It is your turn, darling. Ah!
No.
Yeah.
I won.
I think you may have won.
I won.
So let's look.
The beginner's luck.
All right, who's closer to the ball? Oh my God, I think it's Colleen.
Place du Tertre is one of the most iconic spots in all of Paris. And it's the best place to find a sketch artist or to buy a painting to be a souvenir of your memories in Paris. And it can be a super fun way to capture your family trip. But please be careful because you have a lot of scammers in Montmartre and all around Place du Tertre. I would recommend that you only hire an official sketch artist. The official artists are usually seated in the center of the square with their art displayed so you can pick a style that you like best. And do not accept to work with a sketch artist unless you can see their work and exactly how much they charge in advance. A typical session lasts about 1.5 to 2 hours hours, and it costs about 100 to 200 euros. We have lots of friends that come here and get a sketch right here at Place du Tertre, and it's just so much fun.
Drum rolls. As a bonus experience, we highly recommend that you do a walking food tour in the neighborhoods of Paris. Now, the best way to experience a place is being in it like a local. So whether you're visiting the little food stop in Montmartre, Saint-Germain, Le Marais, or the hidden gems of Aligre, a food tour is a great option. We've heard more than a few times that it was the highlight of people's trip. Make sure to watch the video of Vincent's food tour or the one with Sylvia's food tour. A food tour in Paris will cost you 125 to 150 euros per person and last about 3 to 4 hours.
So now you know, you can say now I did. Turn around a little bit like this, okay? This is a little shop that 100% of the tourists miss.
Yes, let's sit here.
Like the crackle of that, you know that this is a crispy, flaky, wonderful thing. So where are we going next?
This Saint-Boulangerie. The good way to do it. Everything that is in season right now, you know, all the citrus. Right now, you know, the Montmartre.
Yeah.
It's a cheese that is in season right now.
And as a final bonus experience, book yourself a dinner cruise on the Seine. And there are a lot of them to choose from, but we booked one on the Calife last year and it was fabulous. It departs from Saint-Germain and ends up by the Eiffel Tower with the twinkling lights. The food is great and it's a lot of fun. And you get to see a lot of Paris on the boat. And that cruise will last about 3 hours and it costs 110 euros per person, unless you want to upgrade and add some extra champagne and things. So this is where Canal Saint-Martin meets the Seine. And I want to go on a cruise to Canal Saint-Martin also. But it has locks, so you have to undo all the locks as you go through. So you can see there's a little gate right there.
In this video, we showed you 5 amazing experiences you can enjoy in Paris. Next, I would watch this video about a day trip to the Mont Saint-Michel in Normandy.